If you'll be using FullCast either to create or manage territories, you'll spend the bulk of your time working in the territory module. This video will provide you with an understanding of the main areas and basic functionality within a territory plan. Here we are in a territory plan. Let's start by looking at the navigation bar at the top, Plans, Reports, and Scenarios. Let's take a quick look at what is within each of these. Plans holds all the components of a territory plan, from accounts, targets, coverage, capacity, and more. We'll do a deep dive on this later in the video. Here we are in Reports. We've got a folder structure here on the left, and in this example, it's organized according to purpose. Then within each folder, you have various dashboards. When you get into a dashboard, you can see the territory hierarchy pops up on the left. The reports that are on the dashboard here will reflect the data of whatever territory level I have selected. Here we're in Scenarios. Here you can bring together information from territory, team, and product plans. Let's take a look at an example scenario. When you open a scenario, you see a table that looks like a P&L. The models you create in the scenario feed into this table, and this way FullCast is really helping connect the RevOps world to the finance world. Here we've got several models. Let's take a look first at carried quota. The inputs such as attainment factor, quota, new revenue required can be entered manually or calculated based on historical data from within FullCast. Another model is the effective headcount model, which is essential for headcount or capacity planning. Here we're in a territory plan. In the Accounts tab, we have the territory hierarchy structure on the left, our custom metrics at the top, and the data table, also called the grid, in the center. One of FullCast's key advantages is our sync with Salesforce. The data here is imported nightly from your CRM. You can pull any fields that are available in FullCast into this table by using the column chooser. At the top of the grid, there are a couple buttons that I'll highlight. Show Ultimate Parents Only, which you can toggle on and off, and Last Modified Period, which displays accounts modified within a certain time period. At the top of the territory hierarchy, there's this 3-dot menu that contains various actions. For now, we'll focus on Edit. Edit allows you to view the rules used to create a given territory. So here we have a bucket rule, and then in mid-market, we have a map rule, and then further down in central here, we have a smart plan rule. Now let's look at the Targets tab. Here you can set and manage many kinds of targets, from activity to quotas and more. The hierarchy is here on the left, and the targets reflect the territory that you select. When you look at the details here, you can see how we've set the targets, how we're tracking plan versus actual, and more. The Coverage tab is where you go to assign people to territories. You can see their role titles, start and end date of the assignment, whether they're active or inactive, inherited from a higher level in the territory, new hire, and more. So here in APAC, I've got my CRO and RVP, and in India, I've got a new hire AE, and this is actually a TBH placeholder. The Balancer tab provides a place to quickly check the balance and equitability across your territories. Again, you can see the territory hierarchy is here on the left, and you can set up the Balancer chart to contain the metrics that you prefer. Here, I'm looking at the account tier and bookings potential. You can look at individual territories, or you can look at an entire segment just by toggling around the levels here. The Map tab will only appear when you select territories where a map rule was used in the carving. Here I'm at all companies where I used a map rule to carve the major world regions. There's lots of great functionality here, but just one thing I'll highlight is that you can display metrics on the map. So I've got the grayscale heat map that reflects the number of accounts in each region, and in the arrow tooltip as I hover, I'm displaying the number of tier A and B accounts. The Capacity tab is where you can view the roles in your organization. On each role card, you have the number of net ramped resources, as well as counts of to be hired, to be transferred, and to be replaced placeholder assignments. As you click through the territories, these numbers will update to reflect the territory that you've selected. The net ramped resource reflects your headcount with any applicable ramp schedules or productivity profiles factored in. Thanks for watching. For more learning resources, visit our support site, support.fullcast.io.